Hey, what's up, family? It's your boy, Brother Mike, host of the Black by the Man radio show. Want to welcome you to the Brother Mike Experience. Thank you very much. It's been a minute. What can I say? Well, 2020. We're post-COVID right now. 2020 has been a very interesting year, very challenging year. So I thought it might have been time to do a Brother Mike Experience video. So, of course, with whether it's the Black by the Man radio show or the Brother Mike Experience, we try to bring you something that can be a little uplifting, a little encouraging, right? So today on the Brother Mike Experience, I want to give you something that may help with 2020 to kind of get your mind off other things that are so negative and maybe help you focus on some good stuff. So I want to talk about ways to invest in yourself. I'll give you about 10 ways to invest in yourself because in the midst of a crisis, which is what we've been dealing with, and there's a lot of negative things that's been going on, and I definitely am sympathetic to those who have fell a victim to COVID-19 or family members, and I give praise to those who have made it through it. You know what I mean? I'm glad the Most High God was on your side and you was able to get through it. So, but for the rest of us who are still taking on this challenge and we haven't experienced any sickness, and you still have to make it in life. So, you still have to work, you still have to do things if you are fortunate enough to still have work. But I think one of the things that's come out of this is I think a lot of us have realized that we actually have a little bit more time on our hands than what we normally have. So I thought I'd talk to you today about 10 ways you can invest in yourself. So let's just get right into it, right? Okay, so number one, of how you can invest in yourself, especially during these challenging times, is you can learn to manage your time. Now, what does that mean? Because most people, we believe that we are managing our time. But if you look at the simple breakdown of 24 hours, you usually work for 8 hours, you sleep for 8 hours, and then you're kind of left with 8 hours to do whatever you want. So when I speak about managing your time, I'm actually probably referencing more of the 8 hours that you're not sleeping and 8 hours that you're not working, because this is the time period where you can begin to do things and utilize this time to do things that's going to advance you. So we're not talking about taking this time and just always relaxing or partying or whatever it is that we do. Take some of this time out and do some things that's going to help invest in you. I'll give you an example. During COVID, I took time out each day to read for 1 hour a day. You do that for 1 hour a day, that's 7 hours a week of reading. It's not a lot of people that can say that they read 7 hours a week, but it comes from just doing it 1 hour a day. So you want to invest in yourself by managing your time. And part of managing your time means not giving your time over to those who are not worthy of your time. I've said this 1,000,001 times. Under these circumstances, to others, it may appear that you're being a little bit selfish, but you're simply taking control of your life and managing your time. So make sure in your free time that you are doing something each and every day that's going to advance you towards the goals and achievements that you want to get to. So that's what time management is about, taking time out to do things that's going to advance you. Number two, choose your friends wisely. Now, this one can get a little tricky because we all have friends, whether it's family or just friends and coworkers that we love them. We don't mind spending time with them, but at the same time, we do recognize they're not always being a positive influence in our life. So when you are under those circumstances, you have to really think about who you put yourself around. It's very important. I think we've went over before on the Black by the Man radio show, the 6-man theory. So for those who are not familiar with it, let me give it to you again. The 6-man theory is simple as this. If you hang with 6 millionaires, you will become the 7th. Well, actually, we'll say 5. If you hang around 5 millionaires, you will become the 6th. Now I got it right. If you hang around 5 people on drugs, you will become the 6th. If you hang around 5 people that are mechanics, you will become the 6th. So the point of the theory is that you are more influenced by the people you are around than what you even know. If you hang around 6 plumbers, you're probably going to end up being a plumber, or at least knowing something about plumbing, maybe owning a plumbing business. So the point of it is you have to be very careful with who you place yourself around, because they will have an influence on your life. So it's not to say you just run out and cut off everybody that you feel like is not doing anything, but it's more or less to say to take note of who you should be around more often and who you shouldn't. Get yourself around some people who have done what you want to do or have achieved their own goals that can inspire you, so you can put the 6-man theory to work for you. It's the 6-man theory. Number 3, take a course and learn some new skills. What better time to learn new skills than when you have a little bit of extra time on your hand? I know it's quite a few people that have extra time on their hands because unemployment is kicked in for those who are not working, which is great. I'm happy that they still have some income coming in, but they're also getting a lot of free time and are not necessarily knowing what to do with this time. So one of the things you can do, again, that will add to you moving in the direction of changing your life and getting the things you want is, take a course, learn something. And today is so easy because you have YouTube. I mean, like, there's pretty much nothing that you can't look up on YouTube where you can learn a new skill set, or maybe even take a class that's in the direction of the things that you want to do. So make sure you take time out to choose and learn a new skill set. What number we on? Number 4. So number 4 is read books. Now, this one is a big one in our community. Yeah, exactly. It's not a lot of us that like to do this. It's to a point where it's even a little joke that's made about our people. If you want to hide something from black people, put it in the book. I personally am offended by that statement, but unfortunately, it is something that's out there. And for those who believe that statement is true, I dare you put it in the book and see if many of us don't find it, because we will find it. Some of us do read. So yeah, you got to get into reading books. Why do you got to get into reading books? Well, because everything that you need to know, want to learn, direction you want to go, it's in a book. It's in some book. So if you're putting yourself in a position where you don't want to do any reading, you are hampering yourself from moving forward. You have to break the habit of being mentally lazy and take time out to read. Not only do you learn different things when you do more reading, but you improve your reading and comprehension skills. What is comprehension? Comprehension is the way that you understand something once you read it. This is why a lot of us, we have to read something 3, 4, 5 times before we actually comprehend what is being taught, what is being demonstrated, right? And that's not an issue, because that's just the way it goes. It's just like anything else. The more you read, the more practice you get in, your reading comprehension level goes up. So last year, you might have had to read something 3 or 4 times before you understand it. Now you kind of get it in the first or second time that you read it. So your reading comprehension skills will improve, and everybody knows what I'm about to say. Reading is fundamental. So you got to get into reading books if you want to improve yourself, because the answers are in books, especially the good book, that we call the Bible. That's a good one, as well as any other books. It's all about improving yourself. You cannot improve yourself if you keep putting yourself around individuals who are not moving forward in life, and if you refuse to do any reading and take advantage of your spare time. So you got to start reading books, because that's where all the secrets is at. Number 5, take care of your body. Health equals wealth. It's not a lot of people that are wealthy that also are not healthy. It goes hand in hand. If you improve your health, it will improve your wealth, because you get a clear state of mind, and that allows you to see things clearer, allows you to have a brighter aspect on life. You feel better about yourself. Believe it or not, food can actually help put you into depression. There are certain foods that will depress you. Sugar is a big one. Make sure you check out my video on sugar on the Black by the Man channel on YouTube. So eating healthy, trying to exercise, this all contributes to you thinking differently and beginning to move in the direction of getting the wealth or getting the peace of mind that you set out to achieve. So you have to take care of your body. You can't just keep putting poisons into your body, and find out what exactly is poison, because a lot of foods that we may eat taste delicious, but it's actually poison to the body. So again, this goes back to reading books, doing research, find out what's good for you, find out what isn't, and you will be very surprised at how much this affects the way that you think. Number 6, start a business, right? Easier said than done, but you can do it. Everyone can do it because we all have some type of skill set or something that we like, that we are interested in, and it's a way to get involved to try to make that your business. So whatever it is that you do, it's going to start off as something small that you do in your spare time. And the more you put into it, trial and error, the more you're going to learn about the business. Every time you feel that you failed at something, it's just going to be a lesson to teach you how to keep moving and not have that happen again. So you should definitely look into starting a business. I know that this has definitely came up a lot within people's minds during COVID, because I've seen a lot of Black people in particular starting t-shirt businesses, jewelry businesses, and that's wonderful. You know, they're starting to realize this COVID situation has shown them exactly where they really stand with their job. You know, how much the job really loves you. You thought your job loved you until COVID hit, and then they released you, you know, like it was nothing to it. So a lot of us actually did learn something from that and decided, you know what, let me try to put a set of skills that I have together and see if I can develop my own business. You just have to get started. You don't have to always have the degree in business. You don't always have to have the person around you that can say, hey, do this, do that, A, B, C. All you have to do is get started. When you get started, you're making the universe respond to what you want to do. And as time goes on, you'll get better at it. Your business will get better. You'll start making money. It'll be the best decision you ever made in your life. All right. Number 7, expand your network. What does that mean? Basically, it means get around some people who do what you do, even if it's not the exact same thing, but the fact that they have the dreams and aspire to be an entrepreneur. You know, these are conversations that you want to have. You don't want to always have conversations that only deal with things that are not going to move you forward in life. You know, get around some people where you have some conversations that benefit you. They may have ideals. They may be able to help you. Start networking with people. Get out of just being around the people you grew up with, that you like to drink with and have fun with. Get around some people who are doing some things. Again, this will go back to the 6-man theory. You know, be that 6th man that is involved with things. And before you know it, people are going to want to get around you. So you got to improve your network, develop partnerships, talk to other people who are doing things. Put yourself around those who are doing better than you or doing what you want to do. Don't be a hater. Be inspired by it. Too many of us get around people who are doing better, and instead of being inspired, it brings about different feelings, you know, and a lot of times those feelings are not pleasant. They're ugly feelings. So get yourself around some people who are doing some bigger things, and that will inspire you to do bigger things. Number 8, find yourself a mentor. Now, this may seem easier said than done to you, but remember, a mentor doesn't always have to be someone who physically is in front of you. You can get on YouTube and follow certain people's channels and look at them as a mentor. One of my mentors is Dr. Claude Anderson. I went to see him in person before. I even have a signed autographed book of his Black Reader. I study his videos, but I've never got a chance to sit down, shake his hand, have a one-on-one conversation. But that doesn't stop me from seeing him as my mentor, because I love the things that he teaches, and it helps to keep me in the right state of mind and on the path of truth on how I can improve myself. He is actually one of the mentors that helped me get in the state of mind where I ended up creating Black by the Man. And it was because I was into reading and learning different things from different people. So find yourself a mentor, and you can find a mentor for all kinds of things. You can find a mentor for your business. You can find a mentor for the way that you want to dress. Maybe there's somebody that you want to mock, imitate. You can find a mentor physically, in person, someone you can get yourself up underneath and start learning some things. But get around someone who can serve as a mentor and get you on the path to do the things that you want to do. Number 9, stop procrastinating. Biggest thing of all, procrastination. It's a disease, but it is a disease that you can conquer. You just have to face the reality that you are procrastinating. That is the beginning of stopping the procrastination. Get yourself in gear. Do something, even if it's a baby step. At least you can go through that day and say, I did something today that was in benefit of what I'm trying to achieve. Stop sitting around and thinking that you got more time. The clock is ticking. Every year, someone says happy birthday to you. What does that mean? It means you're getting older. It means you're getting older and the clock's ticking. So you want to get yourself in a position where you are not procrastinating as much. Let me see, how many was that? Was I up to 10 yet? Okay, yeah, number 10 would be always work on personal development. Look at yourself, be realistic with yourself, right? We all have areas we need to improve, whether it's our attitude, whether it's our control of emotions, whether it's time management. There are areas that you can improve, whether it's your health. And that's a big one, because if you improve your health, trust and believe it will improve all of the other things. You know, this is really, really a big one. And, you know, as I said, health equals wealth. So it's definitely something you want to get in gear. Personal development, you know, get personal development books. They're all over the place. Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You can go to the personal development section. I promise you, you will find a book that sparks your interest where you might say, hey, I think I might read this. So always work on improving yourself. We all have to continue to learn. I feel that this is a society where once we finish school, whether it's high school or college, and we get a job and we get into life and start making money, it's like we stop learning, you know, and we can't ever stop learning. I'm still learning every day. You have to keep learning. It will keep improving you. So these just a few things I wanted to bring you here during these trying times in COVID-19, but you still have to keep moving forward. So it's a lot of negativity going on out here between social media and then pandemics, but try to think of the positive side. You're still here. You still got air in your lungs. Most of us are still of able body. So let's do some things to try to make these things better for ourselves. So that's going to wrap it up, man. Welcome back to the Brother Mike Experience. Make sure you check us out and subscribe to the Black Bottom Man channel on YouTube. And as usual, I thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the flip side.